We got something pretty crazy. Again, San Francisco is just lawless, okay? A lot of people shoplift, people steal things, but that kind of situation is everywhere in the world. But what's really unique about San Francisco is it's a tier one city. It's one of the biggest tech cities in the world. And robberies, well, nobody cares, right? I'm sure the police wants to do something, but the police is so short staffed because of the whole defund the police situation that they're actually short by like 25 to 30% of the officers. So it's pretty bad. And I guarantee you, this shoplifting incident, well, I'm pretty sure the San Francisco cops do not have the personnel to probably pursue this. And this time, it's not one luxury store getting robbed, it's 3 stores getting robbed in a single week. So you have the Gucci store, Louis Vuitton store, and the Burberry store all robbed in the last week, says amounts of 6 figures in stolen goods. Now, San Francisco police are investigating these massive robberies, and like I said before, the chances of them catching these individuals is very low because there's always new robberies, new calls every single day. San Francisco police is stretched so thin that they could barely operate at this point. Oakland is even worse, where if you want to get a police officer, you're kind of going to have to hold online on 911, like you're holding it through like Spectrum Mobile. Here's the thing about this whole situation. In the Bay Area, there's barely any cops. In fact, Oakland is super bad. And there's even situations where cops come like 2 hours after like a robbery because they have to respond to like the violent crimes first before anything else. In fact, they're so short-staffed that if you have, for example, car accidents, whatever it is, the cops sometimes don't even come. Like I've seen videos in like LA where like cars get hit and guess what? Nothing really happens. The cops don't come even though it's a hit and run. So they did say that they were hurt. If they weren't hurt, then they're like, okay, just talk to your insurance about it. Like it's crazy. Like California is absolutely insane. And San Francisco is even more insane. You will never see stuff like this in other first tier cities, right? You go to Singapore, go to Tokyo, go to Hong Kong, you would not see, okay, luxury stores even touched. You will not see everyday businesses getting robbed. San Francisco, there's stuff getting robbed every single day. Okay, I have more stories for you guys. Car rental stores where like 10% of vehicles were broken in. It's crazy. You're pretty much playing, cat and mouse in San Francisco. Oh, you parked a car here? Yeah, you got a 10% chance that night that it gets broken in. It's absolutely crazy. And like I said before, San Francisco police is giving chase, but so far, not really any arrests, but they do believe 10 people were involved and they stole a lot of goods. Like these purses, these handbags, they're worth a lot of money. Louis bag is like 3-4K, sometimes even 8-9K. And some of these ones are even more expensive as you get to the upper tiers. And check this out. It's not just the Louis Vuitton store, the Gucci store getting robbed. It's also going to be luxury designer sunglass stores being robbed. And this one is going to be a private owner, which sucks because this private owner is probably going to take a very long time to recoup their losses, and they may actually consider leaving. Because when you're getting robbed, at least on average, once a month or once every 30 days, you lost 200K. He's absolutely devastated. And hey man, if they're getting robbed every single day and nothing's being done about the situation, why even bother opening any sort of store in San Francisco? Seriously, imagine this. You open a luxury eyeglass store. You're hoping to make some money in San Francisco because there's a lot of wealthy residents. Well, not anymore. And then you get robbed once every 30 days for 6 months straight. You lose like 200K of merchandise. God, it's like so hard to recoup those losses. They're just a local business. They feed their families, take care of loved ones. They're not rich, okay? And the insurance bill is probably crazy. Not to mention, they're probably paying a lot of this out of their own pocket. So this whole situation, the luxury designer stores getting robbed and stuff, I kind of see why Williams-Sonoma is now moving out of San Francisco. The Chanel store is crazy. They're moving in, but I guarantee you they're probably going to get robbed too because everyone's looking at that and licking their lips. So what's going on with the whole San Francisco situation is like, security. Yeah, they got security, but here's the thing. Security aren't really allowed to do anything. Okay, no violent action. You're supposed to just let them go. And on top of that, the cops, they're stretched so thin, they can't do anything. Like, why would you ever open a store here? This is insanity. Like, stores getting robbed once a month. Ice cream stores getting robbed, donut shops getting robbed. Like, what store isn't getting robbed in San Francisco at this point? It's so bad. Like, it's not just San Francisco, guys, even LA, right? Westfield Century City Mall, look at this. This comes, just a short period after the Gucci robbery in San Francisco. And then after the Gucci robbery, there's a Gucci robbery in LA, and then you have a Burberry robbery in San Francisco, and now recently a Louis Vuitton robbery. I mean, this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and this type of situation happens all the time. It's getting so bad that 5 Walgreens are actually shutting down in San Francisco. If you look at this, retail thefts are getting out of hand as San Francisco Walgreens falls victim to another 3 robberies. And it's crazy because you have CNN and reporters reporting on the city, and they straight up got like a few robberies on camera. It's that frequent, okay? It's every single day. There's always some sort of robberies. And the cops are like, yeah, we can't really keep doing this. I mean, the cops are stretched super thin. They can't get everyone at this point. And Oakland is even worse, right? And like I said before, San Francisco is getting a lot of shoplifting. Almost 3,000 shoplifting incidences in 2022, which is almost like 10 every single day. In a city that's small as San Francisco, it's not even that big of a city, and you're getting 10 robberies every single day, not to mention even more car break-ins. And it's going to be even higher now. If you want to look at the 2023 rates, it's super high. 2,900, those are rookie numbers. It's probably hitting closer to 4,000. Some even say 5,000 robberies for 2023. It's getting worse and worse because there's less people on the streets. Streets are usually pretty empty. So a lot of these criminals, they feel like, okay, there's nobody really around. I guess we could get away with a lot of these things. And plus, the laws are getting more and more laxed every single day in San Francisco. If I check out this, you have, police unit chief blaming the defund movement. Yeah, you just straight up defunded the police, right? And the defund the police movement took away $120 million from the police department budgets. And this pretty much shot the crime up in San Francisco by several folds. Now the city has increased police spending. It's a little too late because now every single business owner is completely scared, and future business owners do not want to open their store here. Yeah, they're spending more money on police, but is it really enough? And it's probably a little too late at this point. If you look at this, the department is still down 600 officers. That is a lot of people. A lot of these officers are leaving for other states. They're retiring. And they're actually offering this crazy salary for cops in San Francisco of like $100,000. And they're really, really short. So what's going on in San Francisco? Not that great, okay? The situation is getting worse and worse every single day. San Francisco, more and more robberies. I wouldn't be surprised if luxury designer stores start moving out because rich people have already left. So they're not getting that much business anyway. Guys, it's the biggest insult to have luxury stores leave a city. Because if one day, in the next few months, if the Louis Vuitton store says they're leaving San Francisco, that pretty much is the final nail in the coffin for the city. Designer stores are usually the last to leave, and when they leave, it gets really bad. Luxury grocery stores have left. Nordstrom, Old Navy has left. You have several big companies cutting back down on offices. The final straw is going to be these luxury stores. Now, which one of those is going to close first? I don't know. But hey, I guarantee you some of those luxury stores, they're really thinking about leaving the Bay Area. It's getting worse and worse because these constant robberies really do affect business. Replacing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise is very difficult.